Here from Berkeley, California, as we get ready for the Pac-12 opener between Arizona and California. Arizona won the toss and deferred. So to start this game, California will be receiving in their right side end zone. And we're getting ready between the Wildcats and the Bears. And Matthew Flores, as I bring you on for the first time, these are two teams starting at 2-1, coming in with a lot of optimism. What do you think is their mindset heading into Pac-12 play?
Yeah, Alex, glad to be here for homecoming weekend for the California Golden Bears. An exciting time. Cal looking to defeat the Arizona Wildcats after losing 6 consecutive games against this Arizona Wildcat squad. Cal, coming off, as you mentioned, a tough loss last week, looking to regain the momentum they started initially in the season, starting off 2-0, battling last weekend at South Bend, ultimately losing that game, but showing a lot of perseverance and fight. Heading into this Saturday at homecoming weekend, lots of family, friends, and loved ones out here. So if you're a Cal football athlete and coach and staff member, you want to send this home crowd off with a victory and a W, Alex.
Absolutely. It is homecoming, the stadium. This Cal offense coming out onto the field for the first time today. Matthew Flores, what do you think so far of Jack Plummer, the quarterback, the transfer from Purdue, came into Cal with a lot of expectations, succeeding Chase Garbers. What do you think of him so far?
Definitely. I'm really impressed by Plummer. He transferred out of Purdue. He showed a lot of grit and poise through these first few weeks as the Cal starting quarterback. Interesting enough, and a funny stat, is that Plummer's brother is actually a backup quarterback for Arizona who actually defeated us last season. And that was Arizona's lone victory.
Cal comes out with Plummer, takes a shotgun snap. Going to hand it off to Ott, moving left. He's got a hole. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 40. Ott is gone. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. What a start at 6-0 Bears.
What a start is right, Alex.
Ott had a wide open crease down the left sideline. Cal likes to come out and establish the run, Matthew Flores, and I'd say they did there.
No doubt, Alex, no doubt. Jaden Ott, the phenom freshman running back, coming in and setting the tone for the Golden Bears.
That's a 74-yard touchdown for the phenom, as I was Anthony Simpson who was letting it go out of the back for a touchback. And Matthew Flores, how about that start? Jaden Ott on the second run of the day, second play of the day, breaking it open. And what boost does that give to a sideline?
Alex, that gives an incredible boost to this Cal roster. You see a big gashing touchdown play like that to kick off the game in homecoming weekend. You got to be ecstatic if you're a Cal fan.
Absolutely. Oluwafemi Oladejo, the outside linebacker. So Matthew, early on, Arizona with a couple of big plays to start.
Definitely. This Arizona offense is looking to push the tempo against this Cal defense to start off our first quarter.
Arizona last week with 394 yards of total offense against the tough Bison team. They'll have second down and 10. But Matthew, here on 4th and 6, the Arizona offense appears to be staying out there. What does this play set the tone for the rest of the game?
This is an aggressive attitude by this Wildcat offense, Alex. We've seen them go up-tempo, no huddle to start this first drive.
This is the homecoming. It's a homecoming game here at Memorial Stadium. California and Arizona tied at 7. Matthew Flores, Alex Wong here with you. The home of the Golden Bears. It's Tyler Loop about to kick off for Arizona. And Maven Anderson back to receive. He'll let it go out of bounds again for a touchback. So, Matthew, 2 offensive drives for both teams. 2 touchdowns, and for Arizona, it sure looked like Jaden Delora was able to use his legs very effectively on that first drive, escaping pressure, able to generate space for himself and time for his receivers.
Oh yeah, Alex, no doubt. You got to figure Arizona was watching last week with Cal versus Notre Dame, and Notre Dame had over 147 rushing yards.
And fair catch made at the 7-yard line. And that's Jacob Cowing making the catch. And we'll set up Arizona inside their own end, as we will keep it right here. No TV timeout necessary. So Matthew, Jaden Ott already with 106 yards, but not much else left. Not much else yet for the Bears.
Yeah, Alex, if I'm this Cal offense, I'm going to want to start incorporating maybe some play action. You figure Arizona's going to start stacking the box somewhat given how special of a talent this young phenom Jaden Ott is.
Yep, good call. They already put 6 or 7 in the box a couple of times. First, as they get another first down, Cal, focus last week was tackling, and they're not doing it very well today.
Yeah, Alex, if I'm defensive coordinator for the Cal Bears, Peter Sherman, I'm going to want to start dialing up some pressure and getting into Laura's face.
1st and 10 from the Cal 33. Arizona started this drive on their own 7. 14-7, Arizona leads here in the early going in the homecoming game between Cal and Arizona. As they're about to kick off, Maven Anderson back to receive for California. Kick is out the back of the end zone again. So Matthew Flores on that drive, 3 running backs.
And there seems to be a scramble there, or a quick scrumble, I should rather say, between Arizona and Cal.
Thank you, Matthew. That seems to have been resolved. But Arizona, 3 running backs on that series with rushes of 10-plus yards.
Yeah, Alex, it's clear that this Arizona team wants to pound the rock and make it a gritty and grindy game. Let's see how Cal responds.
There's a 5-yard penalty called on Arizona for infractions on the kickoff. So Cal called for an illegal formation, so that will move the ball up to the 13, and that's where Arizona will start their drive. Matthew, if you're Peter Sherman, what are you telling your guys? 2 possessions, over 160 yards of offense given up, and 2 touchdowns.
I'm telling this defense, if I'm Peter Sherman, to dial it in and dial it up. Coming here at homecoming Saturday, this is not how you want to start if you're on defense and a member of that squad for Cal. You don't want to lock in. It's a beautiful Saturday out here in Berkeley. Good turnout from the fans, family, and loved ones here for this good Pac-12 conference matchup. And the story for Arizona has got to be their rushing game with Michael Wiley, who has 55 yards and a touchdown, his longest scoring for 21 so far.
Absolutely. 100. Their run game has mostly been stifled since the first quarter. Jack Plummer going to start in the shotgun on 1st and 10 from the 25. Handoff to Damian Moore, who gets about 4 or 5. That's to Carlos Brooks, pardon me.
Yeah, Alex, if you're that Cal offense, you're going to want to start bringing in these bruiser running backs they have in Damian Moore and DeCarlos Brooks. Kind of change your pace compared to Jaden Ott, as you mentioned earlier, who's more of an explosive, dynamic runner.
Jaden Ott only a freshman too, so conditioning. From both ends, throws to the right sideline, incomplete, intended for Anderson, but pressure coming off the edge from Hunter Eccles. And they will force the Bears to punt for the first time in about 2 hours.
If you're Coach Wilcox for this Cal team, you got to make sure your team isn't complacent right now. This Arizona Wildcat team can score points in bunches. They're pretty fast.
Certainly would not want to get your conference play started with a loss like that. So Jamison Sheehan back out there to 25. Breaks the tackle up to the 30 and finally tackled at the 31. So a nice return from Jeremiah Hunter. And Cal does a nice job to get the ball back, as we'll keep it right here. So Matthew, the Cal secondary, been struggling all day with these very talented Arizona receivers, but they're playing zone, did a nice job.
Yeah, that's what you love to see from a defensive perspective if you're a Cal fan, because these Arizona receivers are going off 363 plus yards and a few touchdowns to go with that. Let's see if Cal can answer here and put them away.
Tight formation, 3 receivers on the left. Arizona walking up both their linebackers. Plummer will pitch to Ott, who turns upfield, cuts it back, 30, 35, 40, way more, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. It's a foot race, one man to beat, and guess what? He beats him. Jaden Ott, 3rd touchdown of the game, 48-31.
Jaden Ott, what a special talent. Alex, dare I say Heisman watch for this young phenom already?
Heisman watch, maybe. They were running a little outside zone there, and he found the cutback lane, and there was no one there to take care of him. Jaden Ott, a 72-yard touchdown run just like the first drive of this game for California. Only 2 plays, they go 75 yards, and Jaden Ott punches it in. What a day, a career day for the freshman. 19 carries, 274 yards, as the extra point is up and through to make it 49-31. Man, Jaden Ott, what a talent.
274 rushing yards for Jaden Ott, Alex. Crazy day. You got to give it to that Cal offensive line. Bringing them some new pieces, switching it around. But coming out here, pounding the rock, establishing the run game with 328 total yards on the ground for this Cal football team.
Absolutely. This was a Cal offensive line that had a lot of questions to answer coming into today after last week in Notre Dame, where they could not protect Jack Plummer for the entirety of the second half. And they replaced some of their guys. They swapped out a couple of players on the depth chart, and it certainly worked out for them today. And Jaden Ott has certainly reaped the benefits of it. Cal extends the lead to 18 points, almost certainly putting this thing away with 4 minutes and 56 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, Alex, this Cal offense is looking pretty perfect today on this afternoon homecoming. Jack Plummer, 3 touchdowns. Jaden Ott, 3 touchdowns. The receiving corps, 245 yards in total. J. Michael Sturdivant and Jeremiah Hunter also eating pretty nice today on this beautiful Saturday afternoon here in Berkeley.
The kickoff will be a touchback, and Arizona will get it at their own 25. This Cal offense now getting close to 600 yards, actually surpassed 600 yards of total offense. Can you believe this, Matthew? Actually, no, sorry, they just corrected it. 573 yards of total offense for the Bears today. After they really struggled to put up points against UNLV and against Notre Dame, I don't know if anyone saw this outburst coming.
Yeah, Alex, I don't know if I'm too surprised given all that talent they have on the offensive side of this football. I think one thing to make clear is that if you're Wilcox, you're not too happy about this performance on defense, giving up 502 total yards to an Arizona offense, right, a Pac-12 fellow team, but that is going to raise some concerns going down the line for Coach Wilcox and his Cal defense, right?
Absolutely, as Jonah Coleman runs it for 11 yards and gets the first down. So, Matthew, when Cal goes and plays some stronger defenses in the Pac-12, what lessons do you think they can take from today? Is it just confidence, or are there game plan lessons they can take too?
I think if you're part of that Cal offense, you stick with what you know best, and that's running the ball, creating big plays with those skilled receivers you have, and just letting them go out there and show you what they can do. And we've seen that today with so many big plays by all these special, skilled wideouts and running backs that Cal possesses.
Bizarre play from Cal. He will wait a couple seconds and kneel it down, and that will do it. So California coming into Pac-12 play here in this 2022 campaign survives a very tough first half and a tough and confident Arizona team, and is going to get the win in this one by a final score of 49-31. Matthew, what a great game for Cal, but what a great game for this offense.
Yeah, Alex, what a day for this offense. Story of the game, obviously, Jaden Ott, the freshman coming in, running with heart, creating some big, long dashing plays, 2 runs for over 70 yards. An incredible day for Ott. Watch out for this man on the Heisman watch. Dare to say it, but he's playing with a lot of passion, and he's very skilled. Great day by this offense and the Golden Bears.
When's the last time you saw a running back average 14.4 yards per carry? Not per reception, per carry.
Yeah. Yeah, Alex, it's just one of those rare games you get to see live, and Jaden Ott was just playing on a different level compared to this Arizona defense that could not contain or stop him. Once again, you got to give a shout out to the offensive line for Cal, right? Because without them, Ott's not going to find those big open holes as which he did today, and feasted upon that.
So it's a wonderful homecoming Saturday here in Berkeley. The vibes are immaculate. The fans were here, and they showed up, and they were loud. And the Golden Bears rewarded them with a win. The final score here from Berkeley, 49-31. to 31. When we come back, we'll have the drive early in this game, and then if they got the tight ends going. One drive, tight ends at 4 catches for over 50 yards, and Kaleki Latu had a touchdown reception today. So, this offense was rolling. And do you think that this is a sign of things to come for California after being stifled the last couple of games?
Yeah, Alex, no question. When you have the amount of talent on the receiving end for this Cal offense, obviously Jaden Ott's a special phenom, right? Got to give him his props. But, this offensive line played really well today. Something you like to see if you Jack Plummer and this offense, right? But, yeah, I do expect this offense to continue scoring up points in bunches. When you have the talent that they do on this side of the ball, playmakers like J. Michael Sturdivant, Monroe Young, Maven Anderson, this offense is just really potent in all ends and all sides of the ball, right, in offense. So, yes, Alex, to answer your question, I do expect this offense to continue putting up points and only getting better as the season progresses, right, because this team is pretty young and, a lot of them haven't played together that much, especially having a new quarterback coming in to transfer out of Purdue and Plummer, right? But this offense does look a lot better than we've seen in previous years. They're looking really explosive and deadly, to say the least. You gotta love what you saw today as a Cal fan.